Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today we have 90-degree heat coming, so I got to move all of the plants out of the greenhouse. These plants that I got for the straw bale garden are the most vulnerable, so I might put them in the house, but I will likely put them outside under the bench that I'm going to be making today. I just have one leg. I busted the bit before I could finish these legs here, and then other stuff took precedence, so I got to get back on it today. So I'll put together this last sawhorse, and then I have lumber out here to go on top of them. So I'll make this exact same setup along this side of the greenhouse. So at the hottest part of the day, it'll be in the shade. The sun will be like over this way a bit, so it'll get some shade. That should be plenty for all of this stuff. I just got to make sure they're watered well a couple times today probably. And then this stuff that has very tiny little pots can either go in the house or I don't know, like this. This is the way they gave it to us. They pulled it out of the containers, so I might pack some peat moss around these two. It looks like my wife pruned off the lower branches, which is good. They don't need all that. So whatever I do, I got to keep these safe from the heat until they can go where they're going. These are getting planted into some pots that they're buckets. These are just for decoration. They're going to go in and out of the house. My wife likes to have flowers in the house, but they're outdoor plants, so they're going to go in and out, in and out. I got to prune that off. The trees that I tried this experiment with the wilt stop, and it absolutely did not work. So it works great with transplants, but not with cuttings. So I guess that's a bust. Unless the wilt stop was bad, because it sat over winter and it kind of separated. All the lupines look pretty good, but I'll have to water them as well. Complicating things, I have vertigo right now, positional vertigo, which is, I don't know, if you've never had it, it's really hard to describe, but I can't really tip my head to the side or like look down or anything. You have to keep your head pretty much straight up and down, and you got to do that for a good week or so, possibly 2 weeks. You have to sleep sitting up. It's just hellacious. And if you like tip your head too sudden, it's like when you were a kid and you got spun around and you get dizzy. Pretty crazy stuff. So it's going to make it a little harder, but I'll get it done. And my wife's going to give me a hand moving all this stuff out, so shouldn't be too bad. But this stuff is in danger, and I can't get it planted today. This stuff is, a lot of this is going in the bale garden, and I don't want to plant it in this heat. I'm going to give it 2 days when it returns to normal again. It'll be in the 60s and 70s, which will be a much better time to plant this. This is going in some hanging pots that are going to go out front. I call it a spot garden. I'll do a video on that. But I'm waiting on the pots to get here from Amazon, so I don't have a place to put these yet. I might put these in the house. So everything's got a place to go, but it can't go there today. And tomorrow, Natalie is in the state competition. She made it to state with her high jump in track, and I have to go see that. And if I mess up my Vertigo, I won't be able to go see it. So I have to be very careful that I don't bend over or do anything like that and screw it up. So it'll be an interesting day, but I'll get it done. Okay, I'm over here in the machine shed. I just made a really short video for one of my subscribers on the wiring on this TO20. I really want to get back and get this finished up, but there's just so much stuff that needs to be done at exactly the right time with spraying the invasive species and all that stuff. There's just no time, and our materials are all starting to arrive at Menards for the addition. So I made that little video. Aaron, if you're seeing this, I got a video for you. You'll have to go look for it. But back to the greenhouse. I need 4 23-inch sawbucks for the sawhorses I'm making there. I have a crop duster overhead, and I accidentally looked up to see it, and the Vertigo came on pretty strong, so I'm like standing here waiting for that to go away so I can get these cut. If you've never had Vertigo, it totally sucks. So we'll wait for the crop duster to go away. So if you've never had Vertigo, don't go out and get it. Okay, I'm going to set this saw up. It's going to take me forever because I got to be very careful, and I'm going to cut these sawbucks. Okay, I got one set up. I forgot I have to cut a set of legs for this. I have the bucks cut, I have the brackets, but I got enough wood for legs for this, so I got to get over there and cut the legs. Then I'll get the rest of the stuff out here, and I'll put some of the stuff under here so it gets a lot more shade until it can be planted. My wife was just out here telling me about the deliveries for the addition there, and they're going to start coming on Monday with the trusses and miscellaneous stuff, and I have to get to Menards and sort through the lumber on Sunday. It's Friday today. So we have a track meet on Saturday. Then I have to get there Sunday and do all that sorting. So if I have vertigo at the time, it's going to be hell. Luckily, my daughter and my wife both know how to sort lumber. Let me show you this right away before I forget. When I was spraying over here, I killed back whatever was up at the time. And this was up, so I went around it because I knew it was a columbine. But I've never seen this before. I don't think I've ever seen a purple columbine. I figured it was just another red columbine. We have red columbine everywhere. This had to have come from seed packs that, or not seed packs, but we buy bulk wildflower seed. We used to buy it every year, and now we're switching that front up, as you've probably seen. But there's another one right there, and I'm not quite sure what there. I think there's another one up around the corner as well. So I'm going to get back in here and kill what's coming up now, so this can be dosed later in the summer without too much problem. But I'm going to have to, I'm going to let this finish flowering, trim that off, and I'm going to dig that out. And I have a relatively shady spot. I'm going to put these two in it. It's right between the house and the grapevines there. It gets fairly shady in the summer. And I've had problems getting stuff to grow there. So I'll put this and that over there. And hopefully it makes it. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that color before. But anyways, I had a little bit of a problem finding my driver. My daughter used it and just set it somewhere in the house. So once I found it, things went fairly smooth. It's really slow going with this Vertigo, though. I have to be very careful that I don't bend at the waist, and put your head in any kind of position where it's not straight up. Yeah, it really sucks. Okay, so I got to cut a set of legs, which is 8 legs. Then finish up that second bench and get the rest of this stuff out of here. Get that stuff under and maybe put some of the stuff out in the house. It's getting really hot already, so I got to get moving. I packed some peat around the root balls of that tomato down there. That should keep it till tomorrow. I really do have to get these in the ground tomorrow. But tomorrow is the state meet, so it'll have to be after that. We only have this one day that's really hot like this. It's going to be nice out the next few days, so I can move this stuff back in. Okay, that'll wrap up this emergency get the plants out of the greenhouse while you have vertigo episode. I have some other stuff I have to get done really quick today, and then I need to relax and keep my head straight and get rid of this damn vertigo so I can go enjoy my daughter's jumping tomorrow in the state meet. So if you want to see the progress on these plants, soon they're going to be under a shade cloth, and then they're going to go out in the ditch out in front, and they're going to get pretty damn big. It's going to be pretty cool. So if you want to see all that stuff, make sure you subscribe. Click on the update icon so you're notified when I post new videos. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I answer pretty much everything. A thumbs up would be great as well. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.